Hey there everybody, this month I have decided to take on 3 very different challenges. Now, for most people this probably wouldn't be too much of a stretch, but when you're 57 years old it becomes a little bit more daunting. And so this is my first video, my first weekly update video explaining what the challenges are and how I'm progressing. And so hopefully you'll see this video and you will be encouraged to track along through this month-long process and maybe even start a challenge of your own. So without too much further ado, let's get into it. Hey there everybody, this is Mike, this is Load F Media, and like the intro said, today we are going to do a weekly recap video, and this recap video will kind of explain how things have been going this week, some of the stumbling blocks I've had, some of the successes I've had, and how I feel 1 week into this 31-day challenge. So what is the challenge or challenges? Well, very simply, I saw another content creator do a push-up challenge, and those aren't very rare. You see those pretty often on YouTube. But this particular challenge was 200 push-ups a day for a certain amount of time. Now, I looked at that and I said, you know, $200 push-ups is a bit aggressive when, you know, you're my age. So I said, how about 100? Because I don't do a lot of push-ups. And so let's start with 100 push-ups a day for 31 days, the entire month of December. And I saw another challenge that was for running, and I've kind of taken up running this year, kind of gotten, I don't want to say aggressive about it, but it's something I do a lot more often than I used to. And so when I saw this challenge, it's the 12 days of 5Ks during the month of December. I said, you know, that will take care of my aerobic component of my fitness, and the push-ups will be my anaerobic component of my fitness. And so combined, that's going to be pretty good. Now, what about the internal part, nutritional part of your health and fitness? Well, I've seen some people on the internet talk very highly of AG1, and I'm like most people, I don't eat a lot of leafy green vegetables, and I probably don't do enough enough fruits and vegetables that you're supposed to take. And so I thought, you know what, I will do that, and I will integrate that into my routine and start with AG1 every morning. So why is this important to you? Why should you watch this? Well, I'm hoping that you'll be intrigued to see how these kind of fitness habits get integrated into my daily routine and what the outcome ends up being. Hopefully that is intriguing to you, and I'm hoping that it might even motivate you to go out and find your own challenge. It doesn't have to be 100 push-ups, but do something that challenges you. Quick little segue, talking about my running earlier, I recently purchased a Garmin watch, and prior to having that watch, I would just go out and run, and I would run just kind of whatever I could fit into my schedule or whatever felt appropriate for that day, and I just kind of did it off the cuff. But once I got that watch, I was able to use the Garmin Coach, and I put in a simple prompt that I just want to improve my running. I want to become more fit, because if I can run a little bit faster or a little bit longer, I know that that's going to have long-term benefits. And so I said, you know what, I just want that. I don't want to go out and run a marathon right away, and I don't want to run an 8-minute mile. I just want to improve what I'm already doing. And so the coach built into the software came up with a routine. And that has helped my running. That has done more for my running in the past 3 months than me trying to figure it out on my own for the past 2 years. So habits and integrating challenges in there, I think are a great way to improve your overall fitness, your health, any number of things, just challenging yourself to push that envelope a little bit. So that's why I'm hoping you'll get that value out of this video. So how has it been going? That's what we're all here to see. So how's it been going? Well, to tell you, the push-up part is probably the easiest component when it comes to fitting it in your schedule. because you can break push-ups down 100 push-ups in a day. You can break that down into like 5 at a time. It takes a little bit longer through the course of the day, but I've been breaking mine down into 25 push-ups in a block. And so doing that 4 times a day doesn't take very long. So that was the easiest part. But what I'm noticing with the push-ups is a little soreness. Mostly in the shoulders and in the delts here, not here in the chest where you think it would be. It is doing a lot for my core, so that is a added benefit. Anytime you can work on the core, that's a great thing. But really right here in the shoulders and sometimes in the elbow. So I've started to vary my not my grip, but my arm placement. And so sometimes wider, sometimes narrower. I even try to do some diamond push-ups to really try to focus on the triceps and take some of the pressure off of the chest. So just kind of varying that up a little bit. And I have found that sometimes I have to squeeze in a last minute set right before bed just because time got away from me that day. But the push-ups, the easier part. Doing the running, today is the 7th of December. So we're officially 1 week in, and I've written it down here. I keep track of all of my workouts. So I've got 4 in. So 4 runs in 7 days. So that's basically going every other day. So that's the good news. And I am starting to feel a little soreness in the hips and in the backside, but nothing that would prevent me from running. No swelling in the knees or anything. Knees are a trouble spot when you get to be my age. You tend to have joint issues. But so far, so good. That part has been pretty good. The weather, man, talking about picking the wrong month to do a running challenge. It has been rainy and gloomy here in Georgia. Got to represent the team today because they had a very convincing win yesterday in the SEC championship. And so that was good. My iPad's doing crazy things here. Yeah, here in Georgia, the weather's been kind of gross, and so that's made running a little more challenging. But I've gotten those runs in. Looks like I'll be on track to get the 12 5Ks in by the end of the month. Now, let's get to that AG1. It's green. Okay, let's start with that. You know, just off the top, you know, when you see something green that you're not used to drinking, it puts a mental image in your head, and so you automatically assume it's going to be gross. But mixing it up, very easy. The taste, not bad. It's not a protein drink, and it's not like a Gatorade or anything like that. It does have a unique flavor, but I found that as long as I set it up the night before, I commute 3 days out of the week, and then the other 2 days I'm at home. And so as long as I can get the packet set up, my wife and I are both doing it at the same time, get the packet set up, get the blender set up, and the cups, then it makes it a lot easier. But if I don't do that, then my old habits catch up with me, and I find that I skip over it, and we have to try and get it done right before we leave the house. So that has been probably the more challenging to fit that into my everyday routine, because for the last so many years, you know, you get into a routine, you know, you got to commute, and it's going to take an hour to get to work. And so you've got all these things lined up that you do between taking care of the dog and, you know, filling up a lunch bag and getting your computer packed up and all the things. And so adding one more step to that process has been the most challenging, but I think we got it worked out. And so far this week, we have been very good about taking the AG1 every morning. And I would like to say that, oh yeah, it's had an immediate impact on how I feel, but I can't say that yet. My biggest issue right now is sleep. I don't sleep through the night. Now I've had some good nights of sleep since taking AG1. Hoping that is a direct correlation. Not sure yet, but a little more energy. Hoping that the real benefit, the number one benefit from taking this AG1 is my immune system. Just being able to fight off, especially this time of year, colds and other issues where it comes to your health, you know, like especially now sinuses and your respiratory system. Just hoping I can build up a better immune system for that to keep that away. But the energy part, still pretty much the same when it comes to running. So first week I would say is a success. Just still trying to work out how to get all this stuff fit in. But I'm thinking we're going to gain some traction here on the second week. My big concern for as far as time and being able to complete these challenges, Christmas and New Year, because it's going to be doing a lot of traveling, going to be seeing a lot of family. And so that's where it's going to get tricky. So please continue to pay attention, continue to follow the channel, see how I'm progressing. And if a 57-year-old goat like me can take on something like this and then come out the other side and say, hey, I was able to complete that, did everything I set out to do, then hey, then there's hope for you, whether you're older or younger, that if I can do it, you can do it. So hey, hope you continue to follow along. Thanks so much for taking time to check out the channel. Hope you like this kind of content. Make sure to peruse around the channel, find other things you like. And if you do like this kind of stuff, hey, become a subscriber and make sure to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when the next cool video drops. And with that, this has been the first week update. There should be plenty more to come, and look forward to seeing you then. You guys take care.